No, I'm not going that fast. I'm going about 45. No cruise. It's not too bad. I think it's worse than it looks, or it's better than it looks. Just headed back home. It's 1:35. Belding, Michigan. I can't keep this stupid camera straight. Don't worry, I wouldn't be adjusting it if it was that big of a deal. Doing pretty good so far here, just taking my time. I'm doing 45 now. I'm in really no hurry. Thankfully, the guy behind me is in really no hurry. He's back there quite a ways. That's nice. I should probably get home just in time if I decide to start snowing more. Hey, you guys can come out and plow up my driveway sometime. I've driven certainly in a lot worse. But now that I'm getting old, I don't really care to, if I can help it. When I came through here, I think it was about an hour and a half ago. Yeah, this was all dry. It wasn't dry, but it was not snow covered at all because it wasn't snowing. It was pretty, I'll say damp, I guess is the right terminology. But it wasn't slippery at all. It's not really slippery now either. As long as you stay in the 2-track, that slush in the middle or on the side, that'll suck you right in. You end up in the ditch. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining me for the ride. I gotta pay attention, so I can't even really tell right now who's watching, but thanks for joining me. Definitely cold. It's supposed to be colder tonight again, about somewhere in the middle teens. It took me a while to get warm earlier when I left. I couldn't warm up. Had my heater on and everything. Grabbed me a hot coffee on my way back home. I was gonna grab another one, but coffee makes me burp. As long as you take your time and don't get too stupid. You're alright, as long as you drive, as long as you don't drive beyond your talent, you're all right. Just a light coating, just enough to slicken things up just a little bit. I haven't had any traction issues yet so far. I got a front wheel drive SUV, so I wanted an all-wheel drive, but that was a bit out of my budget when I was looking, so I've driven front-wheel drives off and on my whole life. Now we're coming up on downtown Greenville. Yeah, it's snowing steadily. Certainly not plowable, but they'll probably go out at some point here today before the end of the shift and I plow some salt. Oh, I have a little bit of slip trying to get going, but not much. Still got the Christmas trees up. Happy New Year's Eve. Anybody got any plans for New Year's Eve? For tonight? In the winter like this with roads that are, they got snow or slush on or whatever, I won't really use my cruise. A long time ago, a little story, a long time ago, me and my mom and dad, I think this was probably, let's see, he had his black truck. I'm going to say 85-ish, 86. Me and my mom and dad went up to Big Rapids, Ferris State College then, where my brother was at. And it was snowing. And then we came back at night, and we had gone down a decline in the road, and we were starting to go back up. My dad had the cruise on. Well, before we know it, we're spinning around like a top. You gotta remember, this is 1986-ish. Cruise and all that other stuff didn't work as good as it does now. Well, we ended up spinning around alongside the road facing the wrong way. And luckily, we didn't end up in the ditch, didn't hit a guardrail. My dad just turned it around and went back driving again. And went home. We got home, made it okay. And so I've always remembered that. And I don't use it in my cruise in the winter very much. Now, I used it on the way into work to Grand Rapids today because it was just wet. The roads were just wet. Just gotta pay attention. So does Michigan, I don't know if Michigan plays tonight. I don't really remember. I know Michigan, I believe, plays Texas. If I've seen that right this morning. I hope it wasn't now. I kind of wanted to watch it, but oh man. But if I missed it, I missed it. Yeah, my much that slush. I went to the train hobby store and got a part for my train layout. Probably work on that tonight, this afternoon, tonight. I hope you're still out there. Please check out my channel. Check out my other videos. Stop by and say hi. Let me know you stop by from the live. I try to respond to as many comments as I can. I have 2 other channels. Not on YouTube. I got this one and on YouTube, and I got Tri-Lakes Model Trains on Facebook and Tri-Lakes Model Trains on TikTok. This road isn't too bad. It's a little uneven. See, in Michigan, the ground heaves and stuff when it freezes. The road will heave, and you'll end up with bumps. Dips in the road. A lot of people, I guess, whine and cry about how bad Michigan roads are, but then they don't consider, we go through, I don't know, a lot of freeze-thaw cycles now during the winter. I mean, when I was growing up, when I was a kid, even in high school, it would be winter, and then we might get 1 thaw or maybe 2 each winter. But now, it's all time. Get it? Just like we had that snowstorm last week. Well, a few days ago, it was 60 degrees in Kalamazoo. And the next day it was 26. that does a number on the roads. That's why they're so bad. Everybody wants the roads. They want them fixed, but they don't want the inconvenience of the construction. We like to say in Michigan, there's 2 seasons, summer and construction. Yeah, it's a necessary thing. There's so many cars. And I think they're better than they were 10 years ago. So everything is about perspective and your attitude. And some people just like to eat the poopy pie all the time. They like that poopy cake and woe is me and I'm a victim of everybody. But if you have good attitude, a good perspective, none of it's a big deal. The roads today are actually better than they were just a few days ago. We had all that rain. What's today, Wednesday? We had all that rain Sunday night, and then it froze. So all the water that was on everything froze. And then it snowed. And that makes it tougher to drive. 1, yes, it's slippery. And 2, you can't see it because of the snow covered the ice. There used to be a time, not in my lifetime, but before I was born. I'm pretty sure. Maybe the 70s, but they used to have studded tires, or could have studded tires. They aren't allowed to do that anymore. You can still have them on snowmobiles, but yeah. Like, it wouldn't do you any good to really have studs on your tires right now because there's no. It would just further damage the road that you're complaining about. It's so bad, and the studs would wear out. So we don't get near the snow that we used to. Well, I gotta cut this short, cut it off here. I got a message that I gotta stop and respond to, so join me. Happy New Year, safe New Year. Don't drink and drive, and have fun.